like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, variable amount of water, vapor, and other gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, and so on. Oxygen, our subject today. Oxygen. What is the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere? Yes, you?
21.
Yes, 21. 21. Do you know why the amount of oxygen is 21? Why the amount of oxygen 21 represents fifth the volume of air? Why? Yes?
To control the amount of light.
Yes, excellent. As you know, oxygen is important gas for keeping life. Why? It's important for respiration. What is the meaning of respiration? It's a biological process in which the body takes oxygen from air to do what? To do burning of our food, to get energy. Okay? Energy is important for keeping the life of the cell, to reproduce, to move, and so on. So we need oxygen to keep our life. Without oxygen, no life. But the amount of oxygen is moderate, not large and not small. It's fifth the volume of air to control fire in the same time. Okay? What is the symbol of oxygen? Oxygen represented by O2. Two atoms of oxygen bind together. You have two atoms of oxygen bind together, form this compound, which we call O2. It's a molecule of oxygen. A molecule of oxygen. O2. Diatomic element. Diatomic element means consists of two atoms of oxygen being bind together. What is the main source of oxygen? The main source of oxygen is photosynthesis process. Yes. Do you know what is the meaning of photosynthesis process? As you know, this is the structure of our plant. Consists of what? Root, stem, leaves. Okay? What happened in the morning in the presence of sunlight? These root hairs start to absorb water and mineral salts from the soil. Okay? And makes them to rise up to the stem. And the stem moves them to the leaves. In the leaves, there is a factory, like a factory, called what? Chloroplasts. Or you can say green plastic. Green plastic. Why is this green plastic called by that name? Because it has a pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight. It's the energy which the chloroplasts do photosynthesis by it. Okay? So this process called the photo. What is the meaning of photo? Means in the presence of sunlight. Done in the presence of the sunlight. This means during the night, no photosynthesis process. Photosynthesis process stops. And the plant, like you, take oxygen and get out carbon dioxide. This occurs during the night. Okay? In the presence of sunlight, as you know, this is the sun. The root hair absorbs water and mineral salts, moves through the stem, and from the stems to the leaves. And the chloroplast at the same time, carbon dioxide enters through the leaves of the plant. There is a chemical reaction occurs between water, mineral salts, and carbon dioxide. This reaction occurs during the sunlight presence. Produce nutrients plus oxygen. Produces nutrients plus oxygen. Nutrients like carbohydrates, our food. Carbohydrates or our food like potatoes, tomatoes, rice, and so so on, which produced from the photosynthesis process, and the oxygen. Okay? So you can represent this by this equation. Water and mineral salts plus carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight produces nutrients plus oxygen, which you must write this arrow moves upward to represent the gas of oxygen evolving from this process. So this called photosynthesis process. It represents the main source of oxygen production in our life. Okay? Of oxygen. Oxygen important for number one. Yes. Burning of a fuel. Any fuel. Burn it in the presence of oxygen to get what? Energy. Like burning of our food in our bodies to get energy. Okay? And burning the fuel of the car to move it. Okay? Number two, respiration to get energy and keep our life. During diving underwater, you take cylinders filled with oxygen to maintain respiration. During the surgical operation, you take oxygen and the cylinder to keep your life. During climb mountains, the amount of oxygen decreases as increases the height of the mountain. So the person who moves upward suffers from the decreased amount of oxygen. So he must take cylinder filled with oxygen, okay, to keep his life. Oxygen enter in the structure of water, H2O. It's the compound of water. Number one, as we know, respiration. Number two, burning fuel to get energy. Number three, during diving and climb mountains. Okay? How can you prepare oxygen? You have tools here to make preparation of oxygen. Please pay attention. Set up this system. This apparatus consists of a funnel. Okay? In this funnel, we put hydrogen peroxide. Why hydrogen peroxide? Hydrogen peroxide is very weak substance in its decomposition. As you put it, it started to break down, decompose into water and oxygen. There's water and oxygen. Okay? To speed up the chemical reaction, you put a catalyst. What is the meaning of a catalyst? A catalyst is a chemical, yes you? Yeah, reaction. Again, speeds up the chemical reaction. Decrease the energy which consumed during the chemical reaction. But as it enters, as it gets out. What is the meaning? No change in the color, no change in the quantity, no change in its smell. As it enters, as it gets out. But it speeds up this chemical reaction. Here, what is our catalyst? It's called manganese dioxide. You put in this conical flask a manganese dioxide. It's a dark substance which speeds up the chemical reaction. Number one, you open this funnel slowly, and the hydrogen peroxide moves to downward and fall on the manganese dioxide. Hydrogen peroxide break down into water and oxygen. Oxygen moves through this curved tube and received in this basin. This basin, as you see, it must be full of water completely. Okay? And this cylinder, as you see, is filled with water completely. Okay? What we will do? We will put hydrogen peroxide here. We will put hydrogen peroxide here in this funnel. In this funnel, we put hydrogen peroxide. As this, we turn the cylinder upside down carefully. As you see, the water doesn't fall down. As you see, the bubbles of oxygen move, and oxygen causes downward displacement of water like this. Okay? The bubbles of oxygen get out and causes downward displacement of water. Why? Oxygen is rarely the end. Oxygen is rarely or scarcely dissolved in water. So, as it reduced, causes downward displacement of water. Okay? So, if I asked you, explain why oxygen is collected by downward displacement of water? Yes?
Because it's very soluble.
Scarcely or rarely dissolved in water. We can test the presence of oxygen by this flame. Sorry.